Hey, what's up guys? I just want to take some time to talk about Blue Protocol, the new anime MMO that had recently come out that's honestly caught a lot of flack. And I don't know if it deserved all of that. So what I noticed when I was looking at reviews, especially early on, people were generally mad at time-gated events that blocked their progress. And people were mad about possibly being paid to win. And people were mad about the kernel level anti-cheat that was added. But that was kind of it, which was pretty interesting to me. So what I just want to talk about are some of the things I think are good about this game. Some of the things I think aren't so great but are okay, and maybe even some of the things that they can do in the future. So Blue Protocol has been out for maybe a couple of weeks now, and I personally think it's a lot of fun. Right, so I wasn't bothered by the time-gated material. If anything, having a job and schooling outside of this, it's been totally fine that this has been just time gated, because I don't have the time to grind for hours and hours and hours and hours on repeat anyway. And there are things that are grindable that you can just go on repeat if that's really something you want to do. But I am totally okay with all the time gating, to be honest. I've felt like there's plenty to do on any given day if you want to do all of the daily stuff, and that's been sufficient enough for me to come back to the game, play a little bit, log out, come back to the game, play a little bit, and get to log out. So that being said, there's quite a few ways you can grind loot each day, and you can grind it forever if you really felt like it. You can do world bosses, which have legendary drops that way. You can do dungeons, which can have legendary drops, and those are kind of the two main ones that I know and do. I would do world bosses if I really felt like going more AFK style, which I'll get back to, and dungeons if I want to feel like I'm playing the game, right, where you have a team that's in the dungeon all with their own roles, built on the holy trinity of MMOs, and I think it works well. So the things I really like, I love the dungeons. I know they're simple, and I know that they could probably have more mechanics in them that are difficult, but this MMO is also on people's phones. So I think people are missing that, and unfortunately for them and for us, if you don't like that, is we have to take into account that there are mobile gamers on this game. And then on mobile, this game is a big hit. People really like it. It's doing really well in the reviews. So we have to deal with that fact that on mobile, some things are harder. The developers got to keep that in track. So they have to adapt their difficulty accordingly, which may mean that sometimes the mechanics of the dungeon are easier than what you might find in other MMOs, and I think that's what's happening here. Now that being said, there are mechanics, and they are in each and every one of the dungeons. I actually find them to be pretty fun, that they're fun to deal with and an enjoyable time overall. They have just enough for you to do that keep it interesting. And then ultimately with the dungeons, the gear dropping and looking for best stats is always going to be able to keep someone like me back. I love looking for the best gear possible in pretty much all of these kinds of games. I will go to town on Diablo 4 just for that one piece of gear, and it's no different here for me. So I really appreciate that part of this game, just the dungeon grind. I think it's good enough. What else I kind of like about this game is the combat itself. I think it's intuitive and fun. I think it fits pretty well for mobile with the amount of abilities you have. I will say, compared to other MMOs, it's kind of dumbed down a bit. You don't have to think as much as in other MMOs. And if you thought like, wow, with the Holy Trinity, with tank, mitigating damage, the healer trying to keep the party alive, and DPS trying to pump numbers, well, in this game, the Holy Trinity was made even simpler. I mean, for DPS, pumping numbers has never been easier. You don't even have defensive skills that you have to pop to try and stay alive at certain times. It's just not there, right? All you do, at least in my experience with the Frost Mage, is attack, right? And just use all of your abilities on cooldown. Now, to tangent with that, something I'm kind of iffy about in this game is the ability to essentially AFK. Now, I mentioned it when I talked about world bosses and grinding gear, that if I wanted to be more AFK, that I would go there for legendary loot. Well, the reason for that is there's an auto battle system, which honestly sometimes does better than me at doing DPS or putting out numbers, and that feels bad, right? When the auto battle is playing the game better than you. Actually, because of my lack of reading, the auto battle showed me that I was using one of my abilities wrong. If you can see on the screen now how there are 3 little like snowflakes below the bar, which you can't really see anymore, but those snowflakes show that my one is ready to be instantly casted. And I noticed that auto battle was doing that. Because I saw auto battle do that, I ended up being able to use it more effectively because I reread the ability to understand what auto battle was doing. And because of that, I learned a new way to play the game, which I thought was nice. It's not that it wasn't there in the reading, but I just failed to read it. Now, that it's there, right? There's nothing I can really do about it. There's auto battle in the game, and it really kind of feels, I don't know, kind of like, what is the game at that point if you're auto battling AFK on a world boss? I'm not really big on that. It becomes a second screen kind of game where you just do something else while the game fights for you. Which, if that's something that you like in a game, that you can sometimes AFK and still be progressing in that game, then that might even be a good thing for you. It's just not really for me. The next thing that I kind of feel meh about, the people have talked about, is there pay to win in this game? Yes, there is, but there isn't that much. When it comes down to it, you can get all the gear you want. You can upgrade that gear like crazy, all for free, and it should be more than enough to get you through all the content you want to do. Right now I'm at about power level 10,200 and something, and honestly it hasn't even been like min-maxing or trying to get the best out of my item, so I probably could be higher, and I bet even a few people are higher. But what is really the pay to win aspect is the Imagine battles, or the Imagine monsters that you can summon. I have the Muku Scout and then something else I forget right now. Really, one day I'll replace it with the Muku Chief as the 2 strongest Imagines for the Frost Mage. But the issue is it's blocked behind a gacha system, which technically you can get all of the things you want for free, and you can even grind the boss like crazy to try and get these gacha items as well, but they're just hard to come by. And at the end of the day, the gacha system exists, and technically if you pay money, you will definitely get there faster than someone else, and you will have a more upgraded battle Imagine. But that being said, it's actually a smaller part of the game. It's not like Genshin, where finding the best character and getting that character enough times was one of the hugest parts of the game. That's just, it hasn't been true yet here. We'll see about that in the future. Now, the story itself has been okay. It's nothing to write home about. I wouldn't call it special at all. The good news for them is in an MMO, I'm kind of there for the gameplay and end game dungeons and things. I'm not really there for the story. It's been serviceable. I mean, it's gonna be reading for most of us. It's in Japanese for the voice acting, and it's been kind of cheesy most of the times, especially the text written dialogue. You can tell that the translator may not know English all that well, so that kind of gets lost in translation a few times throughout. The other thing about this game that is just really a good time is who really cares about the pay to win? Because one, you're playing a free game. Two, that free game has no PvP or leaderboards, so you're not really trying to beat someone out when you pay to win, honestly. And really there's no point other than like getting a little bit stronger than everyone, because a lot of the stuff will still be time gated on you, and not like money isn't gonna fix the fact that, hey, the server doesn't open that ability until whatever day. So that's really kind of my 2 cents for this whole pay to win stuff. Now, one thing I will say, this game is a lot more fun with friends, as most games are. It's more fun when you have a good guild to play with, a group that will play regularly with you and push content together, especially with new releases and new dungeons. What I'm hopeful for and want to see in this game in the future is more raid-like things. Right now we have Crusade world bosses, which are fun, but they kind of miss the point every now and then, where it's like, well, that was kind of lame. You can't beat the world boss because your characters aren't strong enough yet, or there weren't like that many mechanics to it. But what I hope to see in the future is something more like these dungeons, just more large scale, where you go through with a raid group, kill mobs, get to the end boss, and fight in this massive party. I hope to see that in the future. I hope to see the story continue on and maybe even get improved as time goes. I hope to see more customization of the skills, honestly. The skills, they are okay right now. Again, pretty dumbed down, but I think that's for mobile gamers, and so hopefully they'll add some more abilities or add some more classes. To be honest, that could be fun, especially since you can do other classes in the game, and probably the longer the game is out, the more the free-to-play players will be looking to change it up. So having new classes could really help keep this game in the long run. And just continuing to open new areas are things that really will help keep this MMO alive, and I hope this MMO does live. I think it's fun. I think it's probably one of the best free-to-play MMOs there are right now, and I mean that sincerely. If there's a better one that you find, then I'd love to hear about it. And on that note, I would love to hear what you think about Blue Protocol. Have you been playing the game? Do you have any cool guilds that you know of that you think I should maybe join? Any active Discord communities for this game? I enjoy playing it, and I intend to continue to log in each day to at least do my dailies and get my character a little stronger each day, and continue to try out the dungeons, have a good time with the game, because ultimately at the end of the day, trying this game is just your time. Right? And the negative reviews, if you're just not if you're not playing this game because of those alone, you should try it out. don't be afraid of playing a free game because of negative reviews. Now, of course, if you're not playing the game because you don't have the time, that's a different story. This game would eat up quite a bit of time, and there are a lot of good games out there right now. Guys, it's time for the negativity around gaming to end. It's been a good run this month. I mean, I've had a good time. I've really enjoyed playing Blue Protocol, and I've enjoyed playing Fellowship, and I've enjoyed playing Battlefield 6. I mean, man, guys, October has been awesome so far for gaming, and I think that's a huge win for us. I know we all like to be like, oh, gaming's dead or gaming's not what it used to be, but from what I've seen this month, gaming is so back, and it's so good to be a gamer, right? I think it's one of the best ways to have entertainment, and that's just what I'm here for. The best bang for your buck. And what other entertainment form can you get a free game that you put like 50 hours in and still have a good time? So hope to see you next time. Bye.